Hi, I recently did a blog post series on start to finish a project, and I thought, you know what? I think I'd like to create some YouTube videos on it also. So here it is, part one. These are things that I think tools that we can put in place before we start our project because I get it. Like projects, we get excited, we're inspired, we start, there's usually no problem starting. It's the messy middle and it's finishing the project that gets hard. Life happens, work happens, health happens, things come up, and we just put it aside for later. We put it in the closet and then we'll do it later. And then sometimes later just doesn't come and that. So I thought that I'd do a series of what we could do to complete our project, right? And because I know myself, I often always have projects on the go. I have long-term projects that might take months, and I have like maybe weekend projects. But I know that I have a sense of accomplishment when I finish a project, like it's done. It might not be perfect, but it's done. And there's a sense of accomplishment there. I'm not putting it in a closet at 25% less to do, more to do, and that I have it and that. And I want people to have that sense of accomplishment. So here are 3 tools that we can put in place before we start our project. First one is accountability, right? Find yourself a friend or a group that you can check in with. Now, I want to make sure that you understand that it has to be a safe friend. We do not need to be accountable to somebody that's going to be judgmental or critical. We need somebody that's going to be in the arena with us, like somebody that maybe is also working on a project, and it can work both ways. And the other thing for accountability, it's been known to help, right? We don't want to disappoint somebody. So we do our project. The other thing is make sure that you set it up that it's flexible. You don't want to be checking in with somebody so frequently that you're getting nothing else done and it becomes more frustrating than anything else, right? It's got to be a schedule that works for you and a schedule that's long enough that you can actually get work done, but not too long that you're like wasting time and then rushing before you call your friend for your accountability check-in. Okay, so find someone safe and be reasonable with when and where you check in. The other is organize your space. There's nothing worse than running all over the house, gathering up your supplies, right? Like your paints, your collage paper. It's just not. Like if I have 20 minutes and it takes me 10 minutes to gather all my supplies together, I'm likely not going to do it. I'm likely not going to work on that project because it's not reasonable. Time is a limited resource, and that. So I appreciate that not everybody has an office. I don't, or a craft area they can spread their stuff out in. I do have a desk, which I'm very lucky, and I bought one of those 3-tiered carts that I could put journals on and pens and papers and paint on, which is great. But if you don't have that, even like get a basket, get a tub, and put all your materials and supplies for that project in that tub. So when you are ready to work on your project, boom, all my resources are right here. And if I have 10 or 15 minutes, I can take them out and work on them. I'm not wasting time running around. They're right here in front of me. Like it really makes a difference. The last one is creating a ritual. This might not be for everyone, but I know some people really, it's very important to them. They get up, they light a candle, they might pull an oracle card, they set an intention, they journal, they might meditate, they might do some stretches. It sort of announces to your mind and your body that I'm ready to start. Like I'm ready to start my project, to start my day, to start my session. This is my intention. And that. And sometimes even pulling an oracle card and reading it and maybe even journaling for 5 minutes on it is great because really we've already started, right? We've gotten something done already. We've started our project, whether your project is writing or not. Even if your project's knitting, just pulling that oracle card and setting my intention. for whatever project I'm going to work on is really important. So accountability, safe person, the right schedule, gathering all my supplies together in one space, creating a ritual that says, I'm ready to begin. Now, the thing is that we're going to put these in place before we start our project. But I want to say that the other thing is that we're not talking about perfection here. Like, I'm not talking about completing a project that's perfect. I'm talking about completing a project. If it's a novel, a rough draft, beginning, middle, and end, we have completed it. It's not 75% done sitting in a box under our bed. Is it rough? Yes. Will we have to edit it? Definitely. Sweater, maybe we have some loose stitches in our sweater. That's okay. It's done. It's not sitting there waiting for us to finish the arm. Our pictures, we might want to, maybe learn from them, maybe tweak them, but they're done, right? And what did we learn from them is the other thing. So I just hope that this series will help you or inspire you to either start and work on and finish your project, right? There's a messy middle, and it's really hard. Life happens. I totally get it. But there is that sense of accomplishment when we finish something. Like, I'm not talking huge projects here. I'm talking a project, a weekend project that maybe if we just buckle down, we could finish it in a weekend. What about a travel journal? Do you have a travel journal that you so enjoyed your trip, but you've never finished it? You came home, you put it away, and you never finished it. Because sometimes even projects like that eat at us. We think about it and we think, oh, I didn't finish it. So I hope this series helps you finish a project. A lot of this stuff is going to be stuff that you've likely heard before, which we all have. But I really think that sometimes we have to hear things more than once. Maybe the first couple of times it doesn't resonate with us. That's how I am. And then sometimes we just need to hear it and go, okay, I'm ready. I am ready to hear this. I am ready to tackle this. Okay. And that's what's really important. So I hope that for some of you, you're ready to get accountability, organize your space, and create a ritual, and then come back and let's work on the messy middle and more tools that can help us just keep the momentum going. Okay, so thank you. This is sort of also a project for mine, because I was thoughting when I wrote this series, I kept on thinking, oh, could I do YouTube? Could this be YouTube? So this is my project also that I'm stumbling through with you to complete this series. So I hope something resonates with you. I hope you come back. I hope some of these tools really help. I mean, you get to pick which ones work for you, which ones don't work for you, which ones resonate for you. We're all different. We're all coming through with different expectations, different life experiences. So it's just making the best and doing what works for us. But the thing is, it's doing. We want that sense of accomplishment. That's what I want for you. So thanks for watching, and I will be back with more tools for maybe now that once we get our project going in the messy middle, I'll be back with something to help you from that. Thank you.